Hi, I'm Travis, and when I was in the 8th grade, my girlfriend broke up with me because I wouldn't roll around in my underwear with her. I recently celebrated my cotton anniversary on YouTube. That's 2 years for those of you who didn't send gifts. Most of you probably know me as the receptionist. Others might recognize me from the Baby Eaters, Instant Message Theater, Drexelbox Films, or Tons of Fun. Yeah, I run a lot of channels. A plethora of you have been with me since the beginning, and I'm meeting more of you every day. I feel it is due time that I tell you who I am and what it is that I want out of this spinning marble. My favorite film is Evil Dead 2. Two of my favorite books are Pet Sematary in 1984. A few of the bands I like right now are the Raconteurs, the Fratellis, and the Tiger Lilies. My favorite canceled TV show is Serenity. My favorite current show is Dexter. My favorite food is bacon double cheeseburgers. My favorite beers are Bass and Grolsch. I used to smoke, but I don't anymore. I'm allergic to bee stings. I fell off a video game and had to get stitches. I met David Hasselhoff once at the Playboy Mansion. I was born in South Bend, Indiana on a rainy December night. My dad wanted to call me David, but my mom insisted on Travis. Later in life, I looked up what the meaning of my name was: Travis, a good-looking cowboy, or a drifter who cannot be trusted. I'm still trying to live up to either. My father owns a Dairy Queen, so I grew up on hot dogs and ice cream, which I attribute to my piss-poor diet. I started my educational career in Catholic school, where I learned that if I pick my nose, I would be tossed upon the stalagmites of hell to twitch for all eternity. Sounded like a bum deal, so I left for public school in the 7th grade. Soon after, my dad purchased one of those original home VHS camcorders. He learned quickly that it was actually a gift for me when I used it almost every single day to make my god-awful movies with my best friend Danny. Some of those film titles were Attack of the Killer Poodle, The Hard-Boiled Egg from Hell, Power Pope, and The Day Bob Came Back to Life. In high school, I touched boobs for the first time, had a stint as an Elvis impersonator, and was nominated for prom court, and lost. In college, I auditioned for an improv comedy troupe called Full Frontal Comedy and met these guys. We stuffed our cars with junk we probably don't own anymore and moved out to Los Angeles to follow that shiny, shiny dream. The dream we thought would take us about a year to accomplish. The entertainment industry is basically divided into two groups: the ones who do it for the fame and the Benjamins, and the ones who do it because their heart screams they must. Some of you have watched me for a couple years, some of you have no gosh darn clue who I am. Well, to put it simply and in the most appropriate words, I am an artist. Not an artist or an artiste. Just a man who devotes his life to creating. I'm here on YouTube because it gives me a platform to express myself and share my vision. It allows me to connect with people and inform them of my work. My production company is called Drexelbox. Meet the crew. That's me again, Jessica Patel, Ward Roberts, Aaron Gaffey, Annie Roberts, Hannah Cooper, who hasn't approved her picture yet, and Shannon Howergan, who also happens to be the girl I love this much. Shannon is a kick-ass photographer, and these are some examples of her work. She's a true artist and loves Paul Hogan, because she's Australian. Now here's a quick taste of projects we've rocked, or are currently rocking. Joshua was my first feature film, which made making the movie almost as disturbing as the plot itself. Good old Ward Roberts starred along with Aaron Gaffey. We had a blast making this in Indiana, and I will always look back at it as an example of why we create, and why we especially create with good friends. Sunday is my second feature about a pair of lovers who make a vow not to get out of bed for 24 hours. It's an intimate two-person, one-room movie that stars Baby Eater Devin Barry and Sarah Larissa Deckard. Roger Ebert called it a hilarious look at a bed and the people who inhabit it.
Disclaimer, Roger Ebert never reviewed this film and he does not know who Travis Pitts is.
Here comes Little Big Top. Ward Roberts steps behind the camera for his first feature film and casts Devin and myself as a pair of clowns training under cult actor Sid Haig. It's a heartwarming comedy shot entirely in Ward's hometown, Peru, Indiana. Little Big Top will be premiering in Los Angeles in late October and is released nationwide on DVD November 4th. Low is my third feature film, in which I just finished. It takes the darkness of Joshua and the love of Sunday and combines the two to create the funniest and weirdest demon love story you will ever see. Our creatures were created by my good friend and makeup artist Tom Devlin, who has been with me since Joshua. I'm super excited about this flick, and I hope it will be available soon for you all to see. Lily's Tomb is a new web series I created and sold to 60 Frames Entertainment. The story revolves around a dorky girl named Lily who finally gets a date with a boy, and then he happens to be a vampire. Bartacular is another original series I'm doing for Comedy Central's web department. Particular is the story of a monster who has been around for centuries eating people, but when he starts to get to know his recent victims, he finds that he is lonely and need friends. There's more going on at Drexelbox, but that's a good gist of it for the moment. So this brings me to Drexelbox and you. With all the shiznit going on, it can become daunting trying to inform people from a million different YouTube accounts, MySpace accounts, Facebook's accounts, websites, emails, and the end-of-the-world sandwich board advertising. It's time to condense. If you are a fan of any of our work, or someone who's never heard of us, but we seem like that good friend's hot cousin you'd really like to get to know a little better, then we'd love to keep you updated on our projects. There are 2 easy as pie ways to accomplish this. 1. Go to our website, www.drexelbox.com. Click the funny family portrait. Click subscribe button on the left. Anytime we update the site with news, you will hear about it. Spam! No. Awesome news about awesome projects. Period. 2. Subscribe to our YouTube channel. Here we post all sorts of funny movie projects, short films, trailers, updates, web series, and various lunacy. This is who I am and what I do. YouTube has been an amazing experience for me, and so many of you have been super supportive of my art, in which I eat, breathe, and sleep. Constantly making new things, and these 2 subscriptions are the best way for me to keep you in the loop. Now, if you'll excuse me, I have content to create.